Hello, Ramley and other NFL family. Peo time here with another little Rams adjacent video here. Adam Schefter tweeting out today, multiple outlets having opinions on this. The San Francisco 49ers have fired their defensive coordinator, Steve Wilks, after losing in the Super Bowl. And I've seen a lot of 49er fan reactions. I've seen a lot of strong opinions on the internet, calling this a scapegoat. Some people say this is a conspiracy to get, or a plan to get Bill Belichick to coach the defense of the Niners next year. And I don't know about any of that, but my honest take, and I'd love to know your take in the comments below, but my honest take is this is a bad decision by Kyle Shanahan, the head coach of the 49ers, and the 49ers front office. I think that they had a great defensive coordinator this year. I know at times their run games struggled, but in the playoffs, Steve Wilks showed up, right? Like they don't mount those comebacks against Green Bay, against the Lions, and even when they were down against the Chiefs or in that first quarter, they shut out the Chiefs and they were in this Super Bowl. I don't put much of the blame for that Super Bowl loss on Steve Welch. And feel free to disagree with me and give me your opinion. I love hearing opinions unlike my own. But I just think this is a bit of head scratching move. And I do wonder if Kyle Shanahan would have waited a week and let the dust settle, does he still make this move? I mean, we've seen the massive reaction and scrutiny of Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers coaching staff, from losing the Super Bowl and obviously losing a heartbreaker like that, you're going to get in your own head. And again, this is my own opinion. I'm not an NFL GM. I'm not an expert. To me, this seems like a decision that's kind of knee-jerk in nature and poorly planned out. Maybe I did listen to Kyle Shanahan's press conference, and he did talk about just kind of some scheme things, and maybe they're going to look at outside and inside candidates to replace Wilks. But if I'm the Rams or another team, if you can bring Steve Wilks onto your staff in some sort of consultant role, I know like the Rams, we have a newly hired defense coordinator, like that's great. But Wilks, he was great with the Niners this year, and then before that with Carolina, a lot of people thought he should have been hired as the head coach there the year before that, and he had that defense playing at a high level. So I truly think this is a poor decision by Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. And I would love it if the Rams could find a way to bring Wilks on as some sort of consultant or assistant head coach or something like that. And again, I don't claim to know everything that's within the 49ers locker room. I don't watch them as closely as I do as the Rams. But to me, this does seem like a coach in a front office that's been stewing for a bunch of days after a heartbreaking loss. They felt the need to make some sort of decision or some sort of change, and this is the change they made. And I think that there's some kind of lack of rationale here. But it'll be interesting to see who they hire as a new defensive coordinator. They have a good track record. I mean, they had DeMeco Ryans before Steve Welch, who was really good. They had Robert Saleh as a DC before that, who was really good. So, and I thought Steve Wilks was really good. He coached a championship caliber defense this year. So I personally, I'm kind of excited for this, and I hope, and again, I'm a Rams fan, so I'm hoping the 49ers defense isn't as good next year. But I think that a team could benefit having Steve Wilks' expertise. I think he's a brilliant defensive mind who has gotten he definitely got the short end of the stick in Carolina, and I think he's getting the shaft and the sort of short end of the stick here with the 49ers as well. So I'm definitely going to be watching this situation, see what happens. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think this is the right move, that the Niners had to fire someone after that loss? Personally, I'm glad, I'm glad it happened. Not that I'm glad someone got fired, and Steve Wilks has like a family and stuff. I don't want to dehumanize that, because that's definitely in play. But like, for the opportunity for the 49ers defense to get worse, I'd be cool with that. I'm just saying. Anyway, wishing Steve Wilks all the best, from a human perspective, for sure. I have no doubt some teams gonna, bring him on staff. It sucks losing your job after the Super Bowl when so many other positions have been filled. So we'll see what happens. But definitely, if I'm Sean McVay, I wouldn't mind giving a call or a text message to Steve Wilks and being like, hey, we filled our DC position, but want to come in as like a consultant or assistant head coach, and maybe give us a couple of opportunities to beat your former team, the 49ers, twice a year. So anyway, that's it for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, go Rams, horns up, and peace out. Let's go Rams. Woohoo! Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Check out some of my other content, like my post-Super Bowl vlog and reaction video. It was a lot of fun to make. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff.